offense on the court.
White looking around. Back to Tatum. Fires the three. That one's in. His first shot this game.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
Now, here's McConnell. Here's Barber. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Baseline try, and that one's good. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
Over the years, Tatum has limited the amount of mid-range jumpers that he takes, but it is still a natural part of his game.
The rebound by the Celtics. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Misses that one. His first miss of the night, 2 for 3. Here's Barber.
They're shooting hot center. MP, how you feeling?
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
The Celtics strutting through the tunnel earlier on. The Boston Faith. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. And a chance here to check out some stats for him.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10, and maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
A look at the Bulls starting lineup. Vucevic is out there with Barber. It's C.J. McConnell. Then it's White. And it's Thompson in at the 3 slot. And for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center. Well, we should be in for a good one here, Richard. This game has all the makings of a shootout.
Yeah, these are two high-powered offenses. I feel for all the defenders in this one because they're going to have their hands full.
Thompson up top, guarded by Porzingis. They get it back to the right side. Vucevic, a screen on Holiday. McConnell passes to Barber. 6 on the shot clock. It's good from the top of the key.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Tatum's shot is off. Here's Barber, guarded by Porzingis. And that one's good. Barber.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
He's a really big man. Kristaps has insane handles for someone who is 7'3". Normally it's hard for players that tall to keep the ball on the bounce.
Now here's McConnell. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Pass to Tatum. Over McConnell. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Okay, listen. Tatum can strike from anywhere. The mid-range is an open option for him at all times.
McConnell with it. Here's Vucevic. Plenty of space. And that one's good. Barber. Barber's got 6.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Tatum. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. Drills it from outside.
Total focus from Holiday at the arc. He doesn't like to waste shots.
Now, here's McConnell. To the paint. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Outside, Porzingis. Brown outside. With the drive. That one misses. Good D by Thompson. And even 3-on-3 break. Barber passes to McConnell to the wing right side. Pulls it up. Another one falls for Chicago.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Outside Tatum. Porzingis kicking it over. The kick out to Brown. Back to Porzingis. Tries it from the top of the key. Barber pulls it in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Thompson in the corner. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Thompson, a screen on Holiday. McConnell passes to Thompson. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics trail by 5. Tatum wide open. He fires one. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got 5.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
Thompson off the pick from Barber. A shake. And Thompson kicks to McConnell. Over Holiday. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
And here is Brown. Hasn't made one yet. Outside Holiday. Shoots it up. And it's Brown missing.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
And he dunks it down.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Now Holiday, he's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Thompson sends it back. They get it back. Tatum's shot is off. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against Houston.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
And here's Porzingis. After the three-pointer from Barber. Pass to Holiday. And here's Porzingis for a three. Barber pulls it in. Barber's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Thompson. To the left side wing. Here's Barber. Thompson, a screen on Tatum. Here's Barber. White covering. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Holiday with it. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Pass to Barber from the arc. It's hauled in by Brown.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They've made a point to take what's given to them in the mid-range. The jumpers are falling for them so far.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
That free throw missing. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting. There's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important.
The Bulls making a switch here. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Josh Giddey comes in for Amen Thompson. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Kobe White. And it's Lonzo Ball in for T.J. McConnell.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
And Holiday kicks to White. Floats one up. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Huerter. Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in.
Number 42, Al Horford.
White finds Brown. Out to White. Just 5 on the clock. Driving the lane. Count it. Good.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Pass to Barber. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by the Celtics.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Launches a three. Al Horford with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
To the inside. Inside. And the dunk by Horford.
Bringing the heat. Horford goes for the rim with real intensity.
And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. This team is firing on all cylinders, with the win streak tying the Heat's 2013 record of 27 wins. How many more wins will they be able to string together?
And we're looking at a team that has proven they can win against anyone in this league, even given a variety of factors. It's maybe going out on a stretch to say they've reached an all-time great status. But hey, there's an argument for it.
Celtics trail by 8. It's White on the wing. Pass to Holiday. Here's Brown. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
Gotta love the confidence. Brown wasting no time firing away.
Here's Barber. Turned in an outstanding game.
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Welcome, everybody, and let's take a look at the power rankings and see how these teams compare across the league. You take a look at the Celtics. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for Chicago, they continue to look incredibly dangerous. The cohesion and teamwork they show on a nightly basis has a lot to do with that.
And the starting group for Chicago. We've got Amen Thompson. TJ McConnell is out there with Kobe White. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Barber in at the 4. And for Boston, the 2 J's, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Doris, with how these teams like to get out and run, we should see a lot of transition tonight.
We should, and it always makes for exciting basketball. But more importantly today, these are teams that create easy buckets. Everything in basketball cannot be a grind. That's why these 2 teams are fun to watch.
McConnell passes to the professor. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Outside Holiday. Pass to White. The 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Here's Barber. From deep. The long-distance 3 is buried. Barber's got his 2nd basket on the night.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
White can't hit.
You just have to love that grit and effort on the glass. No problems battling for the basketball.
Out of bounds, it'll be Celtics ball.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
For Boston, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Now let's send it over to Ali LaForce, who was able to talk with Joe Mazzulla.
And one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out, it's back to the basics, guys.
Appreciate the report, Ali. Now here's Tatum. In the game against Houston, very impressive.
How about the answer from Jason Tatum? Say it with your chest, Jason.
McConnell outside. Pass to Vucevic. On the wing, Thompson. Now here's Vucevic. Porzingis grabs the board. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
That one's good for 2. Barber's got 10.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Now here's McConnell. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Celtics trail by 3. White drives in, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, show a little stuff on the dribble drive. Derek White brushes off the defender. Yes, sir.
Pass to Barber. Here's White. To the left side wing. Pulls it. Barber misses.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
Here's Barber. What a tremendous game he played against Denver. Yes, and it's McConnell with the assist that time. 12 points for him.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's McConnell. He's scoreless. Here's Barber. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
White on the wing. He's guarded by White. Now Holiday. Basket counts. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, Drew Holiday can either receive or initiate contact. He just is so tough.
Here's Barber. 3-pointer, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And finished off by Tatum.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Barber misses.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
The savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. Tatum's got 12 points.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
This one for 3. Look at again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Back to Brown. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago has gone 4 of 7 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Barber, and he hits the jumper. Barber's got 20 points.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Holiday passes to Brown. Outside Tatum. No good on that one. 5 for 9 in the game.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Barber. The three-pointer off the mark. Boston trailing. Here's Brown. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
The Bulls have got 8 of 15 shots to go. Three-pointer. Barber's shot is good. Give him 23.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Outside Tatum. Back to Holiday. Down low. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
McConnell outside. Releases. And again, it's Chicago.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 14. Here's Barber. Lets the three fly. Here's Vucevic. That shot is off.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Porzingis for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. The professor, the pass to White. Here's Barber. Let's go with a 3. Buries it from 3. Barber's got 28 points for the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
To the paint. Here's Barber. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Tatum with it, guarded by Vucevic. Offensive rebound. Here's the second effort. That shot off the mark. Bulls leading by 3. Pass to Barber. Over Tatum. Barber misses. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. Oh, a deep 3 from Tatum. Tatum with another miss.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Barber. He buries it from 3. Barber's got 31 points.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Outside Porzingis. Pass to White. Shot clock at 6. Thompson with a steal. And now the Bulls in transition. Here's Vucevic. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. And now an 8-point Bulls lead.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
Porzingis sets a screen. And here's Brown for 3, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Brown. Curry, he's checked in for White. And Payton is subbed in for Drew Holiday. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Josh Giddey comes. Oh, wow!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's ball. Up again.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
.43 seconds left in the first quarter. Payton with it. Tatum a screen on ball. Payton passes to Tatum. Launches a three. Smith with the rebound. Chicago leading by 9. To the middle. Here's Barber. The kick out to Ball. The professor, the pass to Ball. They set the pick. Over Payton. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Now here's Tatum. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Tatum's got 16 points now. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. We'll be back in a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the court.
Hope everyone enjoys it here. Please follow the stream.
For the Bulls, Kevin Herter out there with Lonzo Ball. Then there's Jalen Smith. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Barber in at the 4. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the professor in the last outing against the Nuggets was lights out. He dropped an amazing number of points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And here's Curry for 3. And it's Chicago with a board. These guys are unreal. 27 straight victories, which ties the win total of that star-studded Miami Heat team back in 2013.
This is truly an all-time streak, and we're not talking about just for this franchise. We're talking about in the history of this league. The consistent dominance is something so rarely seen. You have to keep reminding yourself, just settle in and watch these guys work.
You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Well, what a pleasure to watch Al Horford go to work. Does all the right things, and that time gets an easy dunk.
Here's Barber. Tatum pulls it in.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
On the wing, Payton, hounded by Ball. Out to Horford. Fires from deep. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Barber. Knocks it down from distance. Barber's got 38 points.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Here's Tatum. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan. Vucevic is checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Herter. And a chance to check out our Rookie of the Year list. Some incredible talent entering the league. Right in the thick of this season. He is the guy when it comes to Rookie of the Year. What a year he's having.
And this is the type of player you have to be excited about. There's no question he should be at the top of the Rookie of the Year rankings.
I'll tell you, it's one of the brightest starts to a career that I can remember. He's certainly well positioned for that award.
Horford can't hit.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Fader on the way. Boston pulls it in.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
And it's Tatum missing. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Tatum looking it over. Barber with a rebound. Barber's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
From 13, that one doesn't drop.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
The kick out, Curry. Boston, no good that time either.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Barber. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Barber's got 42 in the game.
Already such a terrific passer. Love seeing Josh Giddey share the wealth.
Outside Curry. Pass to Horford. Takes a 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Chicago leading by 11. 4-3. Knocks down the triple. Barber's got 45 points.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Tatum with a screen. The 3 from Curry. Sinks it from distance. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Barber, puts up a 3, connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A., unbelievable.
Here's Cornette. And here's Payton. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Tatum, a screen on White. The 3 from Curry. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Barber. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 15. Tatum with it. And it's Giddey picking him up. Horford, a screen on Giddey. Tatum from long range. JT for 3.
They're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
Here's Barber. Tried to answer back, but
other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Nikola Vucevic.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort, or who knows, but that's something that needs to change.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. They've got Nikola Vucevic. TJ McConnell is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Thompson, and it's Barber in at the power forward position. And for the Celtics, the perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point. This is that grinded out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, BA. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused. Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. Outside Tatum. Outside White. From deep. Rebound by the Bulls. These guys are unreal. 27 straight victories, which ties the win total of that star-studded Miami Heat team back in 2013.
This is truly an all-time streak, and we're not talking about just for this franchise. We're talking about in the history of this league. The consistent dominance is something so rarely seen. You have to keep reminding yourself, just settle in and watch these guys work.
Here's Barber. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Holiday. Outside White. To the inside. Tatum. Oh, can't get the reverse flush.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Fires the 3. Barber misses. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Holiday. Outside Tatum. From outside the arc. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
Here's Barber. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
MVP season.
Do you think I'd be a good mascot?
For this team?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. He in the house. In this arena?
Yeah, in this
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
Remember, Celtic fans, to stay tuned to know this coming home game. Please stop by the fans to get further information. We love your time as we remain to be enjoying your listening free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word something along with your issue and seek location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Hey, Celtic fans, you won't want to miss Celtics mascot calendar giveaway day. Be there, and every fan in the building gets one so they can easily track upcoming days. And don't forget about that giveaway day. Come to the game, bring the family, and get a free Leprechaun bundle. At 4, number 0, Jason.
Great to have you with us. We are set to get you over the hump this Wednesday night with another edition of the NBA. Oh, we've got quite the matchup in store tonight, Doris. Two conference rivals set to clash once again.
NBA, there's typically a little bit of chippiness because it is clear these two teams don't like each other, and you and I are here for all of it.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. They've got Nikola Vucevic, Kobe White out there with TJ McConnell. Then it's Thompson, and it's Barber in at the 4 spot. 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Bulls. These guys are unreal. 27 straight victories, which ties the win total of that star-studded Miami Heat team back in 2013.
This is truly an all-time streak, and we're not talking about just for this franchise. We're talking about in the history of this league. The consistent dominance is something so rarely seen. You have to keep reminding yourself, just settle in and watch these guys work.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Oh, the block shot. Grabs it out of the air. McConnell outside. Outside White. Pass to Barber. Puts it up. Yes, on the jumper.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Outside Holiday. Outside Brown. Hits the trifecta.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
McConnell outside. To the left wing. Here's Barber. What a tremendous game he played against Denver. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last. And let's take a look at the power rankings and see how these teams compare across the league. You take a look at the Celtics. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for Chicago, they've really exceeded all expectations, showing they're capable of so much more than some believed.
Here's Brown. Thompson pulls it in.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Barber. Drills it from deep. Barber's got 5.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Outside, Brown takes it inside. It's hauled in by McConnell.
Yet another miss, just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start. Boy, his shot looks deadly right now. Already, he's hit 3 of 4 to start.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks. Well, the Celtics won their 18th championship in 2024, the most of any franchise in the NBA, and with multiple extensions this summer, securing their core moving forward, Boston has made huge financial commitments to compete for championships every single year.
Not a team to be taken lightly. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Here's Barber. That three's off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside Porzingis. Again, the miss by Boston.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Barber. Releases. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. And one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it. But they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Holiday passes to Tatum. Shot to stop the run, and he drops that one in.
Jason Tatum's jumper is just so pure. This guy is on point with the midi right now.
McConnell outside. Pass to Vucevic. The three. Rebounded by the Celtics. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Here's Barber, pounded by Tatum. 17-foot shot on the way, and there's another one for the Bulls.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Boy, you love the rise and fire off the bounce by Jason Tatum. That is not easy.
Launches a three. Barber's shot is good. Barber's got 14.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Celtics trail by 6. Now Tatum coming off a terrific game against Houston. Sinks that one from the post. Tatum's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Barber, the basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Wow, how about the start to this game? Taking excellent shots, capitalizing on everything the defense is giving him. This is great stuff.
Holiday finds Porzingis. Now White. Shoots over White. White can't hit.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here's Barber. 17 points in the game. Can he keep it going? And there's another one for the Bulls.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
White looking it over. Porzingis with a screen on White. And there's the foul. It's on Kobe White. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now here's Holiday. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 5 to shoot. They kick it out to Porzingis. Stolen by Thompson.
He couldn't bring the pump fake back in quickly enough, and the defender takes advantage.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. 11-point game. Again, the miss by Boston. Here are the Bulls with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Here's Barber. He's covered by Holiday. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's on TJ McConnell. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Chicago making a switch here. Smith, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Giddey comes in for Thompson. Herter's checked in for White. And it's Lonzo Ball in for McConnell. Porzingis sets a screen. There's the block.
Boy, nice job by Smith. Gets a piece of the... ball without committing the foul.
And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
And the Celtics making a change here. Horford's checked in. White finds Horford. And stolen by Herter. Here's Barber. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim. They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Outside White. Pass to Brown. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Bulls. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Ball passes to Giddey. Here's Barber. Takes a three. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Barber's got 28.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Horford outside. Herter against Brown. Smith with the rebound. Bulls leading by 14. Here's Barber. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Outside, Brown. Outside, White. And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Brown's gone 4 for 8 from the floor. To the wing on the left. Fires from deep. It doesn't go for him. Boston has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. And Horford powers it home.
Well, Al Horford does not mind sending a message now and then. How about that easy flush?
White against Giddey. Pass to Barber. Beyond the arc. That shot off the mark.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Some changes for Boston. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Curry comes in for White. And Payton is subbed in for Holiday. 1:52 left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. And here's Horford for three. Smith with the rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Barber. And that one's on target from the wing. Barber's got 33 points.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And a look at the stats for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Brown. Pass to Barber. Smith outside. Here's Barber. Horford covering. The professor, the pass to Herter. Shot clock at 5. Picked by Smith. And Kevin Herter with a 3.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
13 feet out. And it's Chicago with a board. Barber's got his 6th rebound on the night. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Ball right side. To the right side. Here's Barber. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Tatum from long range. No good. And so it's Chicago. They have a confident 20-point lead right now. Defense is setting the tone. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. TJ McConnell is out there with Kobe White. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Barber in at the 4-man position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the professor in the last outing against the Nuggets delivered quite a performance. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy. Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Here's Barber. Horford covering. Another 3 for Chicago.
Whoo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
And Horford powers it home.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans, going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. Here's Barber. And again, it's Chicago. The Celtics have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Outside Payton. Pass to Curry. Horford with it. Outside Curry. 6 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Don't let that slight frame fool you. Seth Curry on the interior, he will finish shots.
Here's Barber. He's covered by Curry. White, the pass to the professor. They double him with Curry. Back to White. The Bulls need to get off a shot. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Tatum. To the inside. And Horford powers it home.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that.
Oh! I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Payton against McConnell. And here's Payton. No points so far. Horford, a screen on McConnell. Here's Payton. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Well, in the pick and roll, Elfrid Payton trying to advance his skill set. Nice play right there.
Here's Barber. Non-stop scoring machine right here. Another 3 for Chicago.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Curry passes to Horford. Back to Curry. Pass to Horford. The 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Because they took initiative and went right at the defense, a lot of the calls went in their favor.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got his 3rd assist of the night.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Barber. Puts it up from 12. And got it! Another basket! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
B.A., it feels like he can't miss.
McConnell against Payton. Out to Horford. Outside Tatum. The crossover. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me,
So it's the Chicago Bulls out in front by 19 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the...
Hey folks, first off, looking ahead to All-Star Weekend. Let's see who's in the running to compete in the three-point contest.
No matter who makes it, I know all these guys, they're ready.
The final tally of votes soon to come, but there's still time to... And going back now to that first half, You could say things are going extremely well for the Bulls.
Well, it's been a stampede in transition. They'll run it right down your throat if you let them.
I'm going to do something I have.
And that's a wrap on halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Chicago leading by 19. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Now Holiday fires the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Barber's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's White. And it's blocked by Vucevic.
Boy, when Vucevic is in that area, he's capable of sending it back.
Barber misses.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Pass to Barber. Picked by Vucevic. Fires for 3. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
From the stripe. And he gets the jumper to drop. Brown's got 16 points.
Jaylen Brown very capable of taking stretches of games over. Right now, he's got the entire offensive arsenal working. Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Here's Holiday. Vucevic with some nice D.
I'll tell you, most of the time, this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Barber. Offensive board. Vucevic can't get it to fall, and Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Outside White. Porzingis with a screen on White. Outdoors, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top on-ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Here's Barber. Connects again from distance.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. No good on the triple.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
Here's Barber. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The drive by Tatum. White for 3. Barber with a rebound.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Another shot. Pass to Vucevic. Over to the left wing. Tries yet again. And he can't get that one.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And Holiday powers it home.
That's a big-time power move by Drew Holiday. He is so strong around the rim.
Here's Barber. He's guarded by White. Barber misses.
But I love the determination, guys. It's simply not there for him right now.
Outside Holiday to the middle. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
When you think about Al Horford, you think about a guy who entered the league with a maturity beyond his years. And now consider, guys, we've been talking about high-level play for over a decade in the NBA. What a career.
Down low. The three is up. It's hauled in by White. Bulls leading by 14. Here's Barber. No good from outside.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Holiday finds Horford. White with it. Shoots over White. Boston, no good that time either.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And there's the screen. Pass to Barber from outside the arc. Thompson, great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 16.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
Outside Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Thompson. And Tatum drills the three.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Curry, he's checked in for Boston. Chance for an update here on Jaylen Brown. Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer of the Celtics was able to update me on the situation. The bad news is that this injury is causing discomfort. And for a team with definite title hopes, it will now be a case of next man up until he can return.
All right, Allie, thanks. Appreciate the update. Obviously, guys, you hate to see an injury like this.
They're just so tough. It comes with the territory of being a professional athlete. But yes, here's hoping he recovers soon.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards, and you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Curry. And the Celtics, far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Porzingis. And it's Chicago with a board. Barber's Chicago leading by 15. They get it back. Second chance effort. Hits yet again. Wow!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Here's Tatum. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
The Bulls making a switch here. Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Josh Giddey comes in for Thompson. Herter's checked in for White. And it's Lonzo Ball in for McConnell. Horford outside to snap the cold streak. Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Pass to Barber. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Al Horford.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Outside, Brown. Porzingis with it. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Brown. There's the triple. Again, the miss by Porzingis.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling.
Another one falls. Amazing.
And as he continues to pile up the points, he is moving into elite company.
Creeping up on the 4th highest scoring season in league history.
And Wilt Chamberlain holds so many of these top scoring marks. He's got this next one with 3,033 points set in 1961.
Giddey passes to the professor. And a quick check of the 2K leaderboard. Here are the toughest defenses to score against. Number 1, the Bulls.
They've been able to consistently slow opponents, using every tool they have to shut them down.
He misses the free throw.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Some changes for Boston. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis, and it's Curry in for Jason Tatum. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for Boston. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road.
Well, this is where you see Jaylen Brown has evolved as a playmaker for his teammates. That's a pretty pass.
Pass to Barber. Now here's Giddey. Barber. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. And he makes it on the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
On the wing, Curry. Herder defending. Curry passes to Brown. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Here's Barber. Horford covering. The professor, the pass to Giddey. Pass to Barber. Over Horford. And yes! Another basket! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
.144 left in the 3rd quarter. Brown inside. Giddey defends. And the basket by Brown. Brown's got 20.
Yet tonight has been all about Jaylen Brown, a legit star in this league.
And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris, Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Brown passes to Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Screen by Horford. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Off target from 3-point range. Well, Chicago's shooting at 49% so far in the game. And he tries. Whoa!
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here. The fans going crazy right now. Holiday passes to Curry. To the paint. Here's Cornette. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Here's Barber driving in. And it's good. He hits another one.
It's hard to understate just how special his season's been. This is something we see once in a generation.
He now has the 4th highest scoring season of all time.
Yeah, there are only 2 other names on the top 5 list, Jordan and Chamberlain. To say he's joining NBA royalty is putting it like...
And another one!
We are bearing witness to one of the great scoring seasons.
Boy, he's delivering night in and night out and nearing 3rd all-time for scoring in a season.
And guys, don't look now, but Michael Jordan's scoring mark from 1987 is in his sights.
Knocks it loose. And as we conclude the 3rd, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Chicago ahead, running away with it. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Bulls, getting the 4th quarter going. They've got Trey Jones, Booz Ellis out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Kevin Huerter, and it's Barber in at the center position. Horford, Chicago with a rebound. Hey, Graham, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Stolen by Jones. And they're on the break. Lets it fly. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And a quick look at how the Chicago Bulls schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they're off to Toronto to face off with the Raptors. And then Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit to take on the Pistons.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Now Payton. Horford, a screen on Williams. There's Tatum with the 3. Buries it from 3. Tatum's got 22.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
Jones, the pass to the professor. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. We'll see you next time.
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
You want to play free, but if you get caught up in your own stuff, you can kill the game flow, drag yourself and your team out of it, and you're going to hear from the fans, that's for sure. Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
Yep. No, not at all. You know, records only really come to life when they're threatened or broken. So I'm glad I gave the future something to shoot for.
Thanks, MP.
Thank you, Michelle.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
Your interview game is winning you a lot of fans. Well done.
Man, that was crazy. You look like Craig Hodges out there. Fans we've seen yet. Make sure